Welcome to Tell Me Something Good, April edition, everybody. I'm so excited. Hello, storytellers. Y'all knew I was going to do it. You know it was going to happen. I'm so glad to be here. Today, we are looking at what is coming in for you, the goodness coming in for you for the month of April. So as you see, I have my moderator in here letting y'all know how the things go. Be sure to like the live, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you feel called. But more than that, I just want you to sit back, relax, and just be excited for what is to come tonight. So how this is going to go, we're going to go through each of the zodiac signs, starting with Aries. And we're going to pull some cards to just see like what spirit has, what goodness is going to flow to you, what you can expect. We're going to also pull some prediction cards. And we're just going to ask for the spirits that are here for our best and highest good to just give us some insight as to what we can expect, what we can be like looking forward to, and just getting some clarity and guidance. If you are someone who prefers the pick a cards, that is going to be available. That's going to give you more like a high level view of what to expect in April. That's going to be available to you soon. But tonight we're just going to be looking at all of the signs. You can apply this to any of your sun, moon, or rising. I tend to say the rising kind of hits the most, but I definitely recommend watching all three. And you can apply this to the tropical zodiac or sidereal, because my intention is that for whatever sign, regardless of which system you use, that is going to be relevant to you and your life. And so that's my prayer. That's my intention. And so my goal tonight is to just bring us some levity, just to try to give us something that just makes us smile and feel a little hope. You know, that's the goal. So without further ado, let me just do my little disclaimer. I should have put it on the screen. I am not an astrologer. I do not claim to be. I have plenty of friends and loved ones who are. And I was grateful because a lot of them came back and told me after last reading that you might not know how to read the stars, but the cards were on point with a lot of things that was going on in the sky. So that was really affirming for me. So do not come here looking for information on transits. You got to find an astrologer for that. But what we are going to do is look at the cards. So that sounds good to y'all. We're going to get started. We're going to get going with Aries. All right. Let's see. Spirit, can you tell me something good coming towards my Aries placements? Tell me something good. Okay. All right. This one. Okay. And this one here. Okay, y'all. I'm loving this already. For Aries, you have the Eight of Wands. You have Judgment. And you have Two of Wands. So it makes sense that the fire is dominating the table for the Aries signs because things are coming in hot for y'all. I feel like things are going to, it feels like things are for in April are just going to click into place is what I'm seeing. It's like, it's almost like, you know, like when a puzzle piece just like fits together. Or actually what I saw is I think there is Hot Wheels. Yeah, it's the Hot Wheels track, and the track kind of clicks into place so that you can kind of get where you're going. And that's kind of the energy that I'm feeling with the Eight of Wands, is that things are clicking together for you at rapid pace. And it almost feels like as you're moving forward, Aries, that the track is coming together as you move. So it's like what I'm seeing is so funny, like the way this is going. Y'all familiar with NASCAR at all? Where like you pull up to the pit stop and like all these people are coming around to like, you know, gas you up, change your tire, do all those things. Like what I see is like you have like a cloud of witnesses of like your ancestors, your angels, your guides. As you are moving forward, Aries, and whatever it is that you're focused on in this month, I see like your ancestors preparing the way for you and kind of just clicking things into place as you go. So I'm going to say that I want you to be mindful, or I would say, try not to fear, especially if you can't see exactly what's in front of you. You don't know what's coming. Just know that there's someone there. There is a guide. There is an ancestor. There is a spirit who's there, who's going to fill in the gap. And so you're going to continue to move without anything impeding you, anything getting in your way. It's going to be smooth for you. The Judgment card is here to speak about this awakening. So I feel like as you go on this journey, it feels like something new is being born or being awakened and being brought into the forefront for you. And so as you're moving along your way, if you're trying to figure out like, well, I need to maybe have all my things together. For Aries, it feels like for y'all is really about forward motion and not getting stuck or feeling any kind of stagnancy, because as you go, like I said, the picture is going to become clear. So there's going to be a lot of faith that's going to be necessary for you in April. And then as you do that, like I said, the Two of Wands is talking about like that you having the world in your hands and like having this vision for yourself, and then having the plans and having the tools and having all of what you need necessary to actually bring it into fruition. So what I'm hearing for y'all specifically, Aries, is have no fear, because things may be coming together for you very quickly. And I actually love that for you, because the Judgment card speaks about, I love it because it feels like a resurrection. And so wherever there have been places in your life that may have felt like dead ends, Spirit is saying like those things are going to be, a new breath of life is going to come into you in those particular areas. And so where you may not have had the capacity before to move through the thing, now that's changing. The Two of Wands is showing you getting ready to get organized. The Two of Wands is showing you being able to see yourself in a place where there had previously been, what's the word I'm looking for? It almost feels like light. It feels like you what's going to happen as you go through the changes and the forward motion, and you feel the support of your community and, like I said, your spirit team. It feels like things are going to feel lighter for you, like it's going to be just easier. I feel like this ease, even in this Two of Wands, and I really love that for y'all. Let's get some prediction cards to see what else we can expect for Aries. Okay. Got a few cards out here. You have the Beetle card, which speaks about good fortune. Ashe. Look, the Camel card is saying persevere, you will overcome your problems. Yeah, like this Eight of Wands, like I said, I definitely felt like some of that fear, because it's like anytime we move at a fast pace, or we're moving, especially if it's in an area that we're not familiar, or even if we've had experience in this particular area of life and it didn't go the way you want it to, there's always like that trepidation or that anxiety. And Spirit is saying like, keep going, keep pushing through. Just like I said, even if you can't see the track in front of your vehicle, your ancestors are readily getting it ready for you. So by the time you get to the point where you think I'm going to go over the edge, you're going to find that support that's going to keep you going. And so you have to be mindful of that. You also have the Yoke card, which speaks about feeling tied down and frustrated. And so that's beautiful that that's coming up, because I just said it feels like you are going to feel lighter at the end of this. So a lot of you are going to have to trust. A lot of you are going to have to like really, like I said, connection with spirit team feels very important for you, Aries. So making sure that you are, whatever your spiritual practices are, getting into that. If you are observing Ramadan, the fasting and prayer is going to be helpful for you. If you're a Christian, going to church and praying. If you're a spiritualist and you practice ancestor veneration, going to your altar and being with your spirits, that's what's going to help you, and help you to also like release that burden. And then it says you have the Barrel, which speaks about feeling like you're lacking something in your life. I want you to know that that's going to change. Those are all the frustrations that I'm sensing from y'all that you may be dealing with. And so because of divination, we can see it, and we can prepare for when that happens. And so you already know, I already gave you the tea. You already know that light, your burdens will be lifted this month, Aries. And so you just have to trust that and know that they got you. Beautiful is because at the bottom of the deck, you have the Star. Ooh, let's not pick up the whole deck. Let's just do the one card. You have the Star. And the Star is speaking about, it is exactly that relief. It's that sigh of relief of like, wow, like I didn't think I was going to make it through that one. Wow, that one was really hard. Or that was like, that shook me up a little bit. I need to sit down. But the Star is like that breath, that first breath after like something very difficult. So Aries, that's coming for you. And I hope you're excited about it because I'm excited for you. All right. I hope that was helpful. Let us move on to Taurus. Taking me a minute to get my things, All right. Taurus, let's see what's coming in for you. Yeah, I did think those were really good things coming in for Aries. Shout out to y'all. All right. Spirit, what do you have for Taurus coming in for April? What do you have coming in for Taurus? Show me something good. Okay. All right. And beautiful. All right. Taurus, you have the Goddess of Pentacles, which would be the Queen of Pentacles. You have the Ace of Swords. And you have the Daughter of Cups, which would be the Page of Cups. I love it. There's like this beautiful opulence that comes with the Queen of Pentacles. They have reached a place of where they are embodying like themselves. Like there's something about being at home in the body. There's something about, because like Pentacles is not only money and resources, right? Like that's good. We want to always lift that up, right? Because we live in a world where we need that money, right? But for Taurus, it just feels like very opulent. It feels very luxurious. It feels like y'all are really leaning into a lot of what we think we know about Taurus, right? So it's like eating good foods and like wearing something that makes you feel like a baddie, like spending time with people that you love. But also what I love about the Queen of Pentacles is that they have a story. They have a testimony. When I think of the Queen of Pentacles, I think about like Aunt Viv from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I think about someone who has like lived and came from a particular neighborhood and then somehow like made it up to marrying Phil and like living like this life of success and in the usually in the capitalistic way, but it really is giving started from the bottom, now we here. And so Taurus, that's what I see for y'all. And it's not necessarily in a like showing money kind of way. What I see you all leaning into in April is really just leaning into your own like leisure and pleasure. And it seems like for some of y'all, this might be difficult to do or may have been difficult to do. So what's coming forward now is that with the Ace of Swords, it's speaking about like you coming to a place where you are recognizing that you're worthy of that. Especially if you're someone who works really hard, because the Queen of Pentacles is a worker. They do have this balance of home and work, but it seems like what it feels like is that for you, Taurus, there's been a whole lot of working, a whole lot of things. Like it feels like burdens on the body and like just your time. Things been kind of like taken from you because we do live in a capitalist society, because we do have to work to live, unfortunately. But what it seems like is for this next month, it feels like a time for you to just kind of sit down and take a break, sit down and rest. And so the Ace of Swords for me, it feels like you coming to that realization like, oh yes, I'm worthy of this. Oh yes, I am going to demand that. I'm going to reclaim my time. And as you do that, it seems like you are actually engaging in some like sweet wonder. You have the Page of Cups, and the Page of Cups is speaking about like that emotional. I think of like my children. I have very young children, and I think of like how everything just excites them. The smallest thing. I mean, if you have children in your life, then like something like this lipstick today. My daughter was so excited just to hold it and just look at all the shapes, and wow, it's monochrome and it's changing. I can see myself in it. And so something, Taurus, it seems like you all are going to find some wonder in something that you have been kind of pushing to the side because you've been working so hard, because you've been putting in all these hours, because you've been toiling with something from March and everything that was lingering from March. And so it feels like you're actually giving yourself permission to lean into the wonder, to explore and express yourself creatively. I just saw like someone like painting, like doing something that's just really like awakening and like speaking to your inner child. That's what I see for y'all. And I really love that. There's a sweetness that's coming off of this, the energy that's coming off of this particular group. So shout out to that. Someone's asking, have we done Capricorn or Pisces? No, they are toward the end. We are on Taurus right now. And thank you for that, because I will make sure that I have better headings next time so folks know as they come in. Someone said, anytime I hear Taurus, I think of Signs by B and Missy. Look at this. Cannot make this up. First card that came out for Taurus, hammock, taking a vacation, physically or mentally. Yeah, like y'all are tired. March might have done a number on Taurus, and so y'all are coming up on birthdays and stuff soon. So let's see. The other prediction cards, you have news on the way. So there may be some good things coming in for you in the form of like letters, emails. There may be people trying to connect with you, because the thing too, the Queen of Pentacles reminds me a lot of the Empress. I feel like they're like cousins or sisters or siblings, and we know that the Empress is like very attractive, and so is the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles like is the person who would like, invite you over to the house. They will probably have cookies and lemonade for you. They might hang out with you on the porch swing. Like they're just very homey and welcoming. And so like it feels like you have that same attractive energy in April, Taurus. And so I wouldn't be surprised if people want to just come hang out with you, and that you will be receiving good news about people just wanting to do collaborations with you, people wanting to work with you, people just wanting to connect with you. Like I said, the Queen of Pentacles has a story. And so there's something, we talk about story all the time. And so we know that there's something about connecting with and learning people's stories, and there's something about your story that's resonating with people in April. And then you have situations in the balance that require careful handling. And now that this card is on the table, what this is making me think of is that this is relating to the Ace of Swords. I spoke earlier about you wanting or needing to be honest with yourself, and recognizing, I am worthy of this. I am worthy of this break. I am worthy of like leisure and ease. Like it's okay. Even though, like I said, you've been working very hard, you've been putting a lot has been on your shoulders. I'm literally feeling pressure in like the top of my shoulder blades. And when I feel that, I know that that means whoever I'm reading for has been feeling burdened and just kind of like, oh, there's so much on me. It's like the world is on your back, right? And so the Ace of Swords, as I'm talking about the situation that's in the balance that requires careful handling, the Ace of Swords speaks about decisiveness and about speaking the truth. It's about saying the things. It's about being honest. It's about clarity, mental clarity, so that you can see. And so this also, to me, because we have the swords, it could also be speaking about boundaries. It could also be speaking about boundaries and how you need to like set up these places where people can't get to you. You might have to go on D&D, Taurus. you might have to do quiet mode on Instagram. You may have to do things so that, and interesting too, because the Ace of Swords comes right in between your opulence with this Queen of Pentacles and that Daughter of Cups. And so that means you have to have a boundary where you are entertaining people, connecting with people, and then you need to cut away so that you can entertain and feed your inner child, so that you can entertain and feel good about yourself. How are you tending to your emotions, Taurus? How are you attending to your body? How are you doing all of those things? That's going to be your focus. Yeah. All right, Taurus. I love that for y'all. Y'all deserve that. Yeah, y'all deserve that. All right, checking in with everybody. Everybody all right? We good? We good? Okay. Let's move on to Gemini. All right, for my gems. Okay, all right, these three. I didn't even shuffle this deck for real. These literally just fell out as I picked it up, and I'm gonna take it. Spirit said, take it. Gemini, you have strength. You have the Knight of Pentacles. You have the Nine of Cups. Gemini. Woo. Slow and steady wins the race. Slow and steady wins the race. I spoke about this a little bit when, oh, I love that. A firefly flew in their room. Y'all deserve, Taurus, y'all deserve that. I'm telling you. I talked about this earlier on the channel. Might have been like my first video when I talked about the year of the chariot. We are currently in the year of the chariot. And I spoke about like the busyness and like that energy to like push forward and move ahead and do all of that, right? Like I spoke about all of those things. And so I also said that, let me try to get it exactly the way I said it before. It might not be exact, but you're gonna catch my drift. Speed does not guarantee your success. Speed does not guarantee your success. Success is not guaranteed by speed. It doesn't matter how fast you're going. It's not going to give you a bigger trophy at the end. What matters more is, are you fortified on this journey? What good does it do if you get to your end, to your goal, whatever it is you're trying to accomplish, and you are too tired to celebrate yourself? And you are too beat down? It's so funny. This message keeps coming up. It must have been a lot of stuff going on in March, but there's something about us being very tired and needing to like be mindful of our pace. And so Gemini, you have strength, which is speaking about your character and the way in which you have like this confidence in yourself. Like I see Gemini like as like, yeah, you feel yourself in a way that people have connotations about Gemini all the time. But I love the quiet strength of the quiet confidence of strength. I always think about there's different types of strength, right? Like strength is manifest in different ways. Like you have the you have like, if you have like the male lions, a lot of times they are chilling. They are sitting up on the rock, basking in the sun, and they have like their whole pride that will do the other work, right? And then you have the lionesses, and they're the baddies. They're the ones who's out here hunting. They're the ones who's getting it done. And so I wonder what it would look like, Gemini, for you to switch up your approach and your role. Because regardless if you are the one who's basking in the sun, or you are the one who's outgoing and taking care of the family, everybody else, anybody run up on a lion, everybody's going to fall back. Everybody's going to freeze. Everyone's going to try to run and run for cover. So you have this big strength inside of you. And I want you to know that whichever role you're playing right now, your strength is coming through. So this Knight of Pentacles, though, is talking about like taking the long road, because it's easy to want to do things quickly because that feels like success. It feels like, we love those overnight success. Someone on YouTube got 1 million subscribers, or, someone started as a janitor and now, one night something happened and like the CEO was like, I'm going to offer you a job. Like, we love those stories, right? Because it makes us say like, wow, like that could be me. And it could be. However, Gemini, your story, Spirit is saying you don't need to try to rush to where you're going, because where you're going is going to give you something that is so fulfilling, that is so, your cups are just going to overflow. And so there's something about building something slowly so that it's sturdy, so that it doesn't fall, so that you can look at it as a fortress and not as a sandcastle. And so Spirit is saying, take that strength of yours that you have, take that confidence and use that to, I talked about this in the Ancestral Fathers. Some of you got the message of having fortitude. And that's what's coming through very strongly for you, Gemini, is that you're going to need fortitude. You're going to have to play long game. And because of you're playing long game, Spirit is saying like, yeah, it's going to turn out good for you. Look at where you're seated, in a place where people can see you and celebrate you, in a place where you are the center of attention. And so right now, yeah, it seems like I'm just doing all this work. Nobody sees me. Nobody cares. Is it even going to go anywhere? But the Knight of Pentacles is patient. The Knight of Pentacles is I don't want to say, not to say long suffering, but there's someone who they're gentle and they understand the seasons and the cycles and what it takes to tend to your gardens. And they know that when the fruit blooms, when the fruit comes to fruition, it's going to be good. It's going to be good. They understand that seasons, there are some seasons that are more opportune for certain plants and certain vegetation. And so they know when it's time to plant, when it's time to wait, when it's time to harvest. And so you have to be mindful of that. Ashe, ashe. Okay, let's see what other predictions we can get for Gemini. Look at that. Wow. Okay, let's get one more before I get excited, because y'all know I get excited. So the first one that came out, you have bird perched, waiting for news, package, or a letter. So yeah, like it's the waiting game for y'all in April. It's the waiting game. It's the waiting game. But look at what came out that got me a little excited. It's the haystack card. It says, karma, you will reap what you have sown. And like I said, I see you as a mighty lion. And so that means that all of the seeds that you have sown are going to, I love Spirit. They're going to come into fruition. But you have to be patient with yourself. You have to be so compassionate with yourself. And again, when I say that quiet confidence, you have to be quiet and you have to be like fully persuaded about what you're working on, because other people are going to want to look around for results. Like, let me see what you're working on. I don't see anything moving. I don't see anything shaking. You must not be doing nothing. No, Gemini, you're going to have to be like, I am. But something that seed that's under the ground, you can't see what's happening until it starts to sprout. And so people are looking for evidence. I need you to trust what's on the inside and trust the seeds that you put in the ground. That's what I'm saying to you. Look at that. Last card. Flowers. Spirit. Come on. Happiness. 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 That's what I see. So keep going. Keep going. I know it's rough, especially when you see other people who maybe have similar gifts and they seem like they are like the male lions who they can just bask and things just happen for them. Keep going. Because even though those lions may have a mightier roar, you are stronger. Your muscles are toned because you're used to doing that hard work, and it's going to pay off. Ashe, ashe, ashe. I hope that's helpful, Gemini. I hope that's helpful. Let's move on to Cancer. Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to keep myself organized, but you know how it goes. All right, Spirit, tell me something good about Cancer. These three? Okay. Ashe, tell me something good about Cancer, Spirit. What goodness is coming toward Cancer in April? Okay. Okay. Let's get one more for Cancer. Ooh, wee. I know that's right. Cancer, you have the Emperor. You have the Nine of Swords. You have the Magician. All right, so I'm excited. I'm excited about this. Cancer, I'm excited. Because I see y'all. It's really getting your house in order and also cleaning house. The Emperor card does speak about power, does speak about order, but it also is stability. And so what's beautiful about this for y'all is I see how standing in your power and showing up assertively might be difficult for some of you. And that's why I think the Nine of Swords is coming in. Because sometimes you just got to tell people the truth. Sometimes you just have to bite the bullet and just do the thing that's difficult, right? And I believe that's why you have the Emperor here. The Emperor is here in the beginning of this spread to kind of show you that it's okay to be and do who you are. And I want you to what's coming up again is like this message of strength, because the Emperor is powerful and someone who's in control. And I want y'all to know that it doesn't, when I say be assertive, it doesn't mean you have to be cutthroat. It doesn't mean that you have to, be like abrasive or anything like that. Something about this Emperor feels like if you can see their demeanor, they're real chill with it. Like they're very casual, seated. They're not like, it's not very like polished and put together. And so it feels like you are going to be called to lead in the way that you already show up. You're not going to have to perform leadership in a way that you may have seen it before. There's something about you having to do this, but I feel like there might be some anxiety around it. And so that might be where the Nine of Swords is coming in. But there's a shift. There's a shift. Because after this Nine of Swords, we have the Magician. And the Magician is, y'all know, if you know me, you know that the Magician is one of my favorite cards. One of my favorite cards. Because the Magician has tapped into and gone through a portal so that they are in this place of gaining expertise and learning how to use the tools that have been given to them. And so, like I said, you all are going to be stepping into that power, but there is going to need to be some organization. Organization is going to keep you from some of the anxiety and the fear of stepping into your power. So making sure that you are setting yourself up for success. Because I do see that you probably are going to have the spotlight on you a little bit. I say that because you have the Six of Wands at the bottom. I'm not pull up the whole deck. You have the Six of Wands at the bottom of the deck. So I do see success for y'all. It's just going to require a little bit of organization. It's going to require a little bit of you feeling secure in your voice. Like the power behind it and what you have to say. You're also going to really need a lot of support this month. So I want you, Cancer, to reach out to whoever you need to reach out to to hold you and to, you know, like what I'm what I'm getting is like even practicing. There's something about like, you know how like if you have like a speech, you might practice your speech. There's something about like having a rehearsal. So like even if you have a friend who's like, you know, can I run this by you? Can I like say this out to you out loud so I can get used to my voice, so I can get used to how this will sound? Having people help you, because the magician, although they stand on their own, we know that the magician has teachers. We know that the magician has other people who have given them these tools. And so how can you connect with your own bravery, your own courage? Do you know how to use the tools that you have? Whose advice can you consult with so that you can better connect with that power that's already there? It's like I literally heard like it was like water boiling, like that bubbling, that gurgling sound. It just feels like there's something on the inside of you that's like ready to come to the surface. And so sometimes we just have to really just be brave and go for it, is what I'm hearing for you, Cancer. Anything else? I want to pull a card for y'all for regarding the Nine of Swords. Anytime too, when I see the Nine of Swords, it's going to be really important for y'all to ritualize your rest, meaning protect your rest, sleep. How can you yeah, how can you be like very selfish about your time to yourself? I'm telling you, there's a lot of like threads from all the signs right now. But like with the Nine of Swords, it's going to be so important for you to rely on someone else to support you, and like actually like making sure that like you are almost babying yourself, Cancer. Baby yourself and like guarding that nap time or that bedtime. That just feels really important for you right now. Okay. Lay says, if you're like me, some iron and or magnesium supplements help a lot with sleep. I would definitely say consult with your doctor about what you need. Because yeah, it's going to be something even as something if it's you're able to do so, getting a new pillow or a soft blanket, even things like that can help, you know, like ease you into rest. Spirit, what advice do you have for Cancer regarding this Nine of Swords, navigating that? You also have the Nine of Pentacles. Ooh, okay. Some of the anxiety is coming around whether or not you're going to be successful, whether or not you're going to yes, sleep sounds. Whether or not you're going to be successful, whether or not what you are working toward is going to matter, if it's going to work. And so that's where some of the anxiety and the angst is coming from. And Spirit is like, yeah, you're going to need some order. Some of y'all, this is dealing with home, because I cannot ignore the fact that the Emperor is represented by the 4, and the 4 is like all of the things that are regarding safety, security, home. All of that is really important. And so for some of y'all, this may be even family things and family issues that are coming up. And the Emperor is going to help you to be in your power again, to say what needs to be said, to do what needs to be done in the way that aligns with your personality and the way that you show up already. So it feels like you are feeling anxious about closing a cycle, feeling anxious about whether it's going to work out, whether or not it's going to be successful, whether it's going to be fruitful, whether you're going to feel fulfilled at the end. And Spirit is here to say, at the end of it all, you're going to come out as the magician, someone who easily has used their tools and moved forward. Again, you had the 6 of Wands. Whatever you're concerned about, Cancer, it's going to work out. And so it is. And so it is. Let's see what prediction cards we have. Spirit, what other good things are coming toward? Okay. You have good fortune. You have the beetle card coming in for good fortune. You also have, okay, wow, these are a lot of cards. I didn't know all these came out. Okay. Yep, I said this already. Tree, affairs with the family. So yeah, for some of y'all, these are things going on with the family. Some of y'all is going to be dealing with a man, dealing with men. You have two men here. So when I see men, especially when there's multiple, I see most, because there are two men on the table for me. Cancer, you are going to have dealings with menfolk this month that might be part of what you're battling with. It could be things dealing with the family, things dealing with the angst that you're feeling, or maybe it is who you need to be communicating with or talking to. Because you have two, though, this tells me that you're also going to be able to have help from your ancestral fathers. Y'all know I'm going to always bring up the fathers, right? So because you have these two men here, there's going to be someone you're dealing with on the earthly plane, and there's going to be help for you in the ancestral and in the heavenly realm. So I want you to petition these ancestral fathers, specifically you, Cancer, because they're going to help you. They're going to help you. The other cards that you have here on the table is the Parrot card, which is talking about someone gossiping about your secrets. So yeah, they probably going to talk about you, but that's all right. Because again, you have that protection. People are probably going to be wondering, why are you saying these things now? Like I said, you're going to have to stem forward, and they're let them, Cancer, let them talk. Let them talk. Because at the same rate in which they are talking, Spirit is also sharing this chair is empty, meaning somebody leaving your life. Meaning, and this is a good thing, we're talking about the good stuff coming to you. So that means that the people who are talking, who are saying all these things, watch your ancestors move them out the way for you. Watch the plane be leveled for you, Cancer. Watch. When I pulled these cards, the card that I have represented for ancestral fathers came out first. Then came the other person. So that means that your ancestors are in front of the situation, not behind. They got you. They got you, Cancer. Don't worry. You can sleep. That's why you can sleep and rest. Your ancestors, your spirits are on the case. So it's going to work out for you. Ashe? Ashe. All right. I hope that was helpful for y'all. Moving on into Leo. All right. Y'all hanging in there? We're about half done. We're about half done. Okay. You are so welcome. You are so welcome. Spirit, tell me something good about Leo. Tell me something good about Leo. Okay. Okay. All right. So y'all, okay, Leo, y'all got a lot of cards, and we just gonna keep them because that's how I roll. So you have the Princess of Cups. You have the Empress. You have the Ace of Wands. You have the Four of Cups. And you have the Six of Wands. Leo. Already what I'm seeing for y'all, Leo. I'm seeing you come into maturity. I see you coming into maturity. I'm looking at these two cards, the Princess of Cups and the Empress, next to each other. And in this depiction, you see how they're both holding something in their hands, but it's like the Empress is the grown-up version of this mermaid, right? And so, Leo, where you have been dreaming and hoping, and it seems like for you, like getting into your creativity and like wondering, not wandering, WON, I mean wander. You're wandering, traveling um into the depths of your desires, like what you want for your life, what you're wanting to like what brings you life. As you're doing that, it feels like you've been tinkering with a couple of things. There's like, I want to try this over here. I want to try that over there. I just kind of want to see like what is calling to me, right? What I see happening for you in April is that you're coming into full maturity, and the thing that you wanted you wanted it, but now you understand exactly what your role is now. It's almost like your dream was a seed and now you're seeing it grow up. And now you're like, oh, I have the full picture now. And because you have that picture, the Ace of Wands is here to say, yes, you get it. Now you have the idea. Now you have the seed that's grown. The flame is here. A new light has been, a new flame has been struck, right? And so I feel that whatever this, it feels like a course correction. And know that the course correction doesn't mean that you were wrong the first time, but we need to have like the infancy of a thing to in order for it to become the full capacity of what we were dreaming about. It's like me, I'm a writer. I've written a couple of novels. And when you're drafting a novel, that's the infancy. That's the Princess of Cups when you're drafting, because you're getting to know your characters and like they're making you laugh and you're having a good time. And if it's a mystery, you're like, oh, I can't wait to see like who did it. Like you're having all this fun, right? But then the work comes in later. That's when you revise. That's when you realize when you get to the end of that first draft, oh, at the beginning, when I had this happen, actually, this needs to happen. Now that I can zoom out and see the whole thing, I understand why things need to be shifted, need to be changed. So, Leo, that's what I see for you. I see that happening. And so that is going to invigorate you. And now you're like, oh, I know exactly what to do. I know exactly how to do this. And so the Four of Cups is just simply saying that as you get this Ace of Wands, this new energy, this new like drive to move forward, your ancestors, your spirits, like are going to be so invigorated, and you're going to continue to just get this flow. You're going to have this creativity just flow in. Like it's literally feeling like a flood. And it's like coming to you at all times of the day. It's coming to you like you're just going about your day, and like you see something outside and it's like, oh, that's going to help me with this. And then you jot it down. Or you're having a conversation with someone and like you realize like, oh, this reminds me of the other thing that I'm working on. And it's going to flow for you. Cause like, it is really like your creativity, your flow, your goals, whatever it is that's like, that was in March, it feels like it was like a false start. Like, yeah, like I'm almost there. April feels like you got it. It was like, oh, I see now. Got you. And you're just rolling with it. At the end of it is success again. Six of Wands. It's success. Ooh, that's beautiful, Leo. Okay. And like all of these cards too show someone by themselves, but the Six of Wands speaks about visibility. So I wouldn't be surprised like if you have some opportunities to be seen. But overall, it just feels very successful for you. I feel like you're going to feel like a victor by the end of this month coming up. Look at that. You got the Sunrise card, new creative ideas, new ventures, a fresh start. Cannot make this up. The sun is coming up. The sun is coming up for y'all, Leo. I love it. I love this deck too. This is the Onyx Tarot. And I was supposed to switch decks with the last group, but that's all right. We're going to switch with the next one. Let's see. One more. Okay, there we go. Okay. So you also have the club card, which is talking about someone trying to make you do something against your will. And then you have major challenge to overcome. So what this feels like, this is not even something that I saw, but I will say, because it's here, Leo, my advice to you is, what it feels like is, you know how you're in your flow and you just have ops. It just is giving op activity. Like, yes, this is the Onyx Tarot, but I will have all of that listed in the description box when I complete the live. So don't you worry. It's the Onyx Tarot. The For those who are wondering what I was wondering, I was answering this question from Rising Above. Leo, it feels like you have op activity, and that just means people talking. That just means people trying to get in your way. It just means people hating. It's a little bit of that. And so for you, it's going to be you might be tempted to kind of address it. I really just feel like for you, you are going to be so busy being creative, being innovative, being energized, and just trying to get all of what you're working on done. Don't let these people get to you. Try not to let these people get to you. But I see that it might be difficult because it's talking about mountain, a major challenge to overcome. I see that it might be difficult, but when I say that the beautiful cards that I see about your month and the goodness coming into you, I don't see a whole lot of like stagnancy. So that means that if someone tries to stop you, I'm not going to say bulldoze them down, but keep your eyes on the prize, because you working towards something. You working towards something, and it's beautiful, and I can't wait to see it. All right. Moving on to Virgo. Any Virgos in the house? All right. If this is resonating with y'all, I would love if you could smash the like button. That means so much to me. If you like the video, I would love it. All right, let's see. Virgo. Spirit, tell me something good coming toward Virgo. Okay. What's on the other side of that? This one. Okay. And let's get the last one. Beautiful. All right, Virgo. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Y'all ready? You have the Tower. You have the Hanged Man and the Two of Cups. All right. So lots of changes, Virgo. Lots of changes coming in. The changes, though, they feel illuminating. They feel illuminating. Spirit is trying to intervene on your behalf so that you can see the truth of something that's been hidden. And we know that that's why the Tower comes, right? The Tower comes to correct. The Tower comes to give proper context. The Tower comes to reveal. And so that's what I feel for you, Virgo, is the Tower is coming to make the necessary changes so that you can see what's coming. So that you can see not what's coming, but what exists, was there. Because the Hanged Person speaks about, shows us someone who's elevated so that they can see what's going on, so that they can hear from Spirit how to move. When I think of the Hanged Person, I tend to think of a spider. Now, usually I'm someone who has severe arachnophobia, but that's just the image that I have, the connection that I have with this particular card. And spiders are very wise. Spiders are very protective. Spiders are very patient. And so when the tower comes and things shift, sometimes we have the tendency to want to immediately get into action. And Spirit is saying that when this shift comes for you, Virgo, it's going to be important for you to resist the propensity to immediately act. Instead, they're wanting you to consult your own spirit, consult your own knowing, to wait a little bit, to be curious about why the change is happening. It could be that the change that's coming in is exactly what you prayed for. And so sometimes when the tower comes, like, I want y'all to know that the tower does not always mean, just because things are falling down and things are shifting, it does not always mean that the tower is bringing in bad things. Remember, we're looking at the good things coming in. What the tower does is, like I said, it reveals what's there. It removes things, but it also brings things in. And so it's important for you to be curious, rather than being impulsive during this time. And so what's beautiful is that as you have this elevated view, what it feels like Spirit is actually trying to bring into you is aligned relationships, aligned partnerships. Also, what I'm hearing is oneness. There's something about you connecting to your own spirit this month, Virgo. There's something about you. It almost feels like Spirit is saying, I'm going to knock some things out of the way so that you can like see you. There's something about like seeing yourself and being in right relationship with yourself. And that feels really important. Like, that is why you're having this time of pause. That's why you're having this time of gaining information from your spirit in this hang person, because the Two of Cups is talking about like that, seeing, being connected to yourself, being connected to spirit. And out of that connection to self, you are then connected to folks and other people who are aligned to be on your path, to help you, to love you, and to support you. The bottom of your deck was the Eight of Pentacles. So this may be related to work. This may be related also to just your own self-development. And so that's kind of what this feels like. It feels like Spirit trying to level some things and also reveal some things so that you can see the true condition of yourself, the true condition of your heart, the true condition of your, I'm hearing spiritual practices, because this may be Spirit saying like, you need to get really clear on what it is, where you are trying to go spiritually, where you need to begin to expand and grow so that you can come into that, again, that oneness where you are in trusting your own Ori, trusting yourself, trusting your higher self, and trusting the spirits that walk with you. Let's see what else is coming through for Virgo. Spirit, tell me something good. What else is coming in for Virgo? Can I get one more? One more. Okay. I told you sometimes the tower is not always a bad thing. Because Virgo, what I have for you, love that. Okay. It says boat, money or property through an inheritance, winning or by windfall. So that means like things coming in for you. It kind of reminds me of the three of wands. That's what this boat energy has. It's like opportunities coming in for you. And even underneath your Eight of Wands, talking about work and putting in the work, putting in like investing in something that yields a return. At the bottom of that card, you had the Empress. And whoa, and the Three of Wands. There it is. There it is. There it is. Yeah, so opportunities are coming in. And so that's why the tower has to come for you, Virgo. Some changes are coming. And like I said, it sounds like some things that you've actually been praying for. It's the change. And what I'm hearing is like, for some of y'all, it's like a rescue. Like you've been praying and Spirit is like, all right, let's get them out of there. And so the other side of that is aligned relationships and partnerships. And also, you got you taking you. And so that's important. So the other prediction cards for you, plenty of material things in the bowl. And then you have teapot, deep friendship with someone. It says of the same sex, but I'm just going to say it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter gender. It doesn't matter. Spirit is saying, just like I said with this Two of Cups, as you work on yourself, as you get more acquainted with yourself and your own desires and what you want, what you need, and the changes that are coming, Spirit is saying, I'm going to bring you friendship. I'm going to bring good folks that are aligned with your best and highest good to help you as you are gathering all of the blessings that are coming your way. All right. I hope that that was helpful for you, Virgo. Let's move on to Libra. All right. All right, Spirit, what do you have? What good things are coming in for Libra? This one? Okay. Okay, and one more? This one? Okay. Okay. Okay, Libra, you have the Seven of Wands. You have the Six of Wands. And you have the 10 of Swords. It's what I just heard is in April, Libra, you're gonna be getting in, getting out. that's what I'm getting. Getting in and getting out. And Spirit is saying you're getting in and getting out of some of these things, opportunities, relationships, because there are more coming in. And so you're actually being called to other places that you might not even know about or expect. But Spirit is saying, like, you've been working towards a thing, Libra. You've been having to, like, and for Seven of Wands is talking about fighting for that peace, right? Fighting for that place of where you have to be almost like on the defense, like try to keep things back. For some of y'all, it feels like fighting for your time. It feels like fighting for not really importance, because Libra, you feel important. You have the Six of Wands right here in the center of your spread. It feels like, again, like fighting for your time, fighting for like ownership of like what it is that you really want to do. It seems like you're kind of been like, it seems like you have a lot of obligations and you're just like, I'm just trying to finish this thing and be done. And that's kind of what I'm feeling. Getting in and getting out. You are having to close things up, Libra. It's giving unfinished business, which is good. It's good because you have the Six of Wands, which is saying that once you take care of these things, you're going to be successful. So it just feels like maybe for the beginning part of the month, Libra, you're going to be like just having to power through. Having to like, and so you might, I'm going to say also just make sure that you are resting as much as you can, but it's honestly feeling like, Libra, you're going to have some work to do. You're going to have some work to do, but you're going to be successful. People are going to be happy with the work that you've done. People are going to be happy with you and for you when it's done, when it's said and done. And then you got the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords is like, okay, that's done now. It's over. And so like the Ten of Swords can be so gruesome, but like when you've been working really hard, sometimes you want the Ten of Swords because then it's just like, whoo, child, let me just lay here. That's kind of what I'm getting for Libra. It's like, let me just lay here. And also, again, it's the end of that cycle. It's the end of something. And you may have been putting in a lot of work, but it feels like as you are working through some of the things that you're wrapping up and tying up, it seems like some clarity comes in. And so you are ready to cut cords with whatever it is that you have been doing so that you can move into your new season, your new phase, because now I see you charting new paths. Bottom of the deck, you had the Three of Wands. just like Virgo just had. So the Three of Wands talking about new opportunities, talking about new situations, new people, new support. All these other things are coming in. And again, I feel like they might be unexpected. So you might be watching this now like, I don't know where that's coming in. Things are pretty good for me right now. I love what I'm doing. I love how things are going. And Spirit is saying, it's not that you don't love it. It's just that there's something else that is going to need your attention. It's going to be called to. And it's going to feel good. And you're going to be surprised. And it's going to feel like, wow, I should have been doing this the whole time. But that's all right, because time is always redeemed. Let's see what else is coming in for Libra. Okay. So Spirit is saying there's going to be problems to be resolved. So you're in that tracks, because I just said there's going to be this unfinished business that needs to be tended to. And then once it's all said and done, if it's a conversation, if it's a project, if it's whatever it is for you, Libra, that's going to be done. You're finishing that. This is the month to finish for you. But it also says beware of great pride and beware of self-delusion. Beware of great pride and beware of self-delusion. I kind of feel like the self-delusion is interesting because the great pride is the peacock card. And that to me is speaking to the Six of Wands, because the Six of Wands is someone who's like in the forefront, getting all of this attention. But it kind of is not really reading to me like that. So Libra, you don't really give me, I'm big and bad. And even though you are, you don't really give me like, look at me, like, look at what I'm doing. What I'm getting from this great pride and self-delusion is you downplaying yourself. What I have learned from my years of being in church, from this particular leader, said something quite insightful to in a sermon. And I'm going to paraphrase, so I can't remember exactly how he said it, but what he said was that people who have low self-esteem are also self-absorbed. Like that's a version, that's like a cousin or a shadow aspect of someone who's self-absorbed, who thinks, someone who you think will be thinking highly of themselves. And I was like, what? Self-consciousness is pride? But that's essentially what he was saying. Because he was saying that when someone is down on themselves, when someone is like, oh, I'm just never going to make it. I'm just never going to be successful. No one wants to hear what I have to say. No one, that's still you just circling around the toilet bowl of yourself. I'm sorry, that was probably just a weird way to say that, but that's just what I saw. I just saw like water going down the toilet. It's just like something that just doesn't need to be there. It doesn't serve a purpose. It serves its purpose and it's done. For you, Libra, the pride and the self-delusion is you downplaying yourself. And Spirit is saying, don't be doing that. Be mindful of that. And that can also be part of the Ten of Swords, is you having to deal with you being very critical of yourself, being harsh with yourself, not being gentle enough. And so be mindful of that as we go through the month of April, because you're finishing things up so that you can welcome in what's new. And so don't talk yourself out of the new things that are coming in. Even if the things that you like, the unfinished things, sometimes there's shame around things not being finished or not being timely, all those types of things. Spirit is saying, like, give yourself some grace and be mindful of the ways in which you talk down to yourself and talk badly about yourself. Like, that's not what's up. So be gentle, be kind, be compassionate. That's going to be necessary because you want all of that energy as you're welcoming in your blessings. All right, Libra, I hope that was helpful to you. And we are going to move on to Scorpio. Now, I already told y'all, Scorpio, some of the Scorpions already kind of low-key, jokingly threatened me, like, please give us a better word, please. So I am confident that Spirit is going to give exactly what Scorpio needs to hear. So, Scorpio, let's see what good things are coming in for you. I'm going to use this one. It'll be good. It'll be good. Because Spirit is good. All right. Let's see. What's coming in for Scorpio? Spirit, show me something good for Scorpio for the month of April, please. Okay. Okay. Scorpio, I don't want to hear it. Okay. I'm going to give you the good news. You are coming out victorious. You are coming out victorious, and everyone is not going to be happy for you. They're not going to be happy for you, Scorpio. I'm going to show you your cards. You have the 7 of Wands. You have the 3 of Swords. But you finish with the 6 of Wands. Lots of success coming from the signs this month, but not without going through some things first. And so, Scorpio, the good things that's coming to you, what it really feels like, this is actually more gentle than you might be expecting. But what's coming to me is, I spoke about just now with Libra, that sometimes you have to fight for your peace. And the 7 of Wands speaks about that, is fighting for your peace. And so I see you doing a lot of that. I see a lot of boundaries still needing to be enforced. And there's going to be some disappointments, but it doesn't feel like it's your disappointment. I feel that there may be people who are disappointed in you or upset because of the boundaries that you have set for yourself. So, Scorpio, what might be difficult for you in April is feeling that, is like owning your own, like knowing that you are so holy, knowing that you are so worthy of peace, that you are doing the protection work of making sure that that force field is impenetrable from bull, you know what? And so people are going to be so disappointed because they are used to kind of running amok in your life. They're used to you just kind of like not saying nothing, just whatever, just okay, whatever. That's not happening in April. In April, you are asserting yourself so that you can be well. And it feels like these daggers is like people trying to affect you. People trying to like I said, like pop that bubble that you have worked so hard to keep around you. Is going to be their disappointment, Scorpio. Because you are coming through successful. You are coming through elevated. It's so beautiful too, this particular deck. I'm so glad that I picked this one up because the 7 of Wands shows like, you know, these people, these other forces trying to come against you, and you're like down in this place where it's just like, all right, I'm trying to just get away from you. I'm trying to be nice. I'm trying to be chill. Let me go on and go now before I have to tell you. And then at the end of it is a very similar scene, except you are elevated. Here is like you're trying to, you see how you're trying to take that wand? Like, give me that. Here, you are holding that wand. You are mighty. It's yours now. You are up to a place where they can no longer reach you. Those wands can't touch you. It's their disappointment. Bottom of the deck, you have the God of Cups. Unbothered. Unbothered. People bringing you drama, people bringing you all these things, you showing up as the King of Cups, as someone who is navigating your own emotional waters with expertise, with wisdom, with tact. And you're not like closed off. It's not that you're being harsh. It's not that you're being mean. It's not that you've raised your voice, but it's something about you just cocooning yourself, knowing that you're worthy of that, and just folks being mad because they see that you're not affected anymore. They see that you are traversing these choppy waters with ease, with grace. So balanced, Scorpio. Let them be mad. Let them be mad. Let's see what else is coming in for Scorpio. Spirit, what else? Tell me something good coming in for Scorpio. This one. Okay. What else? One more, please. Okay. Spirit is talking about news coming in for y'all. Good news coming in. And then that's the bird flying. You also have the wedge card, someone trying to come between you and a friend or something that you want, which is what I told you. You're probably going to be dealing with people who are trying to affect you, who are trying to stop your show. They're going to be upset because you're going to have protected yourself enough. And so, like, I would even say, what are your protection measures? How do you protect yourself emotionally, Scorpio? You may need to be more intentional about that this particular month. Because there's something about that petty energy that's like trying to get to you. Like it's so petty. And I see you rising above it, but I also think that you should be able to care for yourself. So like have some pleasures. Like what is your, as my coach JT Perry say, what is your care plan? Because it might not feel comfortable to have to assert yourself or to enforce these boundaries. So how are you going to prepare yourself for that? Prepare for their disappointment, and then also ultimately be okay with it and know that you're doing the right thing. You also have dissatisfaction with life. And so to me, that feels like what happens when you care too much about what other people think about what you're doing for yourself. And so Spirit is saying, protect that. They want to get under your skin. They're trying to get under your skin because it makes them feel good. So Scorpio, protect yourself, protect your heart, because it's so tender. Y'all might not want to say so, but y'all have tender hearts. And so it's going to be so important for you to do that, to protect that heart. Because like I said, they're trying to affect you. And you have to make sure that you're also not saying things about yourself that's negatively affecting you as well. Again, making sure you're protecting your heart. Okay? All right. I hope that was helpful for y'all. Let's move on to Sagittarius. Okay. All right. Sagittarius. Spirit, tell me something good about Sagittarius. Laughing at the Scorpios. It is Sag time. That's right. Spirit, tell me something good about Sagittarius. What's coming in for April? This one. Okay. Okay. And let's get one more for Sagittarius. Sagittarius, you all have the 9 of Wands. You have the 7 of Cups. And you have the 8 of Cups. Sag. It feels like y'all have been waiting for things to move for a minute. It feels like you've been waiting for things to move. You've been waiting for something to happen, Sagittarius. You've been waiting for something to happen. You can see there's expectancy in this person. They're like, something. Who gonna help? Who gonna help? Who's is anybody coming? I thought I heard something rustling in the leaves. Where y'all at? Why am I the only one here? What's going on? Like, did y'all say hello? Anybody remember me? And so I see offers coming in for y'all. What kind of offers? I do see job offers, but I also heard life offers, which is really interesting because I don't even know that I know what that means. What is a life offer, Spirit? What is that? They're saying that you're going to be, that is when life gives you an offer, it comes in the form of change. And it comes in the form of change because it is Spirit saying where you have been, you've been in this place for a while. And so it's time to take a pivot. It's time to go a different direction. It's time to make a consideration to something. Let's look at this other thing, right? And so that's what I see you doing. I see you looking at and considering all of the different options that are available to you, Sagittarius. And then you being able to make an informed decision before you move forward. Because you have the 7 and the 8 of Cups. I just I heard I heard someone say like I heard just in my heart as I was looking at this person walking away, like they're looking like, where you been? I've been waiting on you this whole time. Like that's what I heard. Like, I thought you would never get here. That's what I'm feeling for you, Sagittarius. You saying that when you are clear on what is coming, I thought you would never get here. It feels like for some of you, these life changes are related to relationships. Some of you is related to money and jobs. The bottom of the deck for y'all is the King of Pentacles. And the King of Pentacles represents a lot for me. Like when I see the King of Pentacles, I think of mentors. Because the King of Pentacles is someone who has lived a life, has gone through the rigmarole, who has started again. They're kind of like the Queen of Pentacles, started from the bottom, now they're here. But more specifically, there's someone who has reached a certain level of success, however you define that, and they are willing to now give that wisdom to others. They are not someone who hoards their wealth and their knowledge. They give freely because they believe that if I made it to kingship, so can you. And so the King of Pentacles is here to ground or to give context to your reading, Sagittarius, because I see you entering into your own kingship. I also see kings coming into your life. That's a part of that life offer that Spirit is talking about. So what is their role? Some of them are going to be there to help you. Some of them are going to be guides. Some of them will be actual people here and now. Some of them will be ancestors and spirits. What I also see with the King of Pentacles is someone who is skilled when it comes to money. So if you are having money issues, or you're wondering like money, like what's going on with your money, you may even have someone who's going to help you with your finances, help you get organized, help you raise money. There's, like there feels like someone coming along to assist and help that. It could also be that you actually get the insight yourself, because like I said, you're coming into kingship where you may be getting ideas and downloads about how you can attain wealth and almost like sustain wealth, like have this cycle going in and out for you and for others. What else do I see with the King of Pentacles? The King of Pentacles is also just someone who, they know they're worthy. They know what they bring to the table. And so because they know what they bring to the table, that means that they have no problem walking away from tables that they know it's kind of beneath them. And so Sagittarius, like I said, you're going to be receiving a lot of offers. So as the King of Pentacles, know which ones are for you. Know you have the agency to move away from tables that aren't serving what you want. You do not have to stay there for somebody to be, polite to somebody else. It doesn't matter who invited you there. You can tell them, excuse me, I gotta go now. Thank you for the offer. However, I found something better. Or even if I haven't found it, it's not here yet, better is coming to me because I know my worth. I know what I bring. I know what I have to offer. And that's your position of power. That's beautiful, Sagittarius. Let's see what else is coming in for y'all. Spirit, what else is coming in for Sagittarius? Let's get two more. Okay, all of these. Okay, they said all of these cards. Okay, so Spirit is saying lightning, control your anger. Making sure that you're controlling your emotions. You have deep personal strength and peace that assures success with the valley. That reminds me of the lily in the valley. I talked about this in a workshop that I did, that I taught. I spoke about the lily in the valley and how the lilies, they can survive down in the valley, even though the sun isn't always shining. But how do they do it? Because they need the sun to grow. The lilies are so smart that they bend to where the sun is coming in. They bend to the light. And so that's going to be important for you, Sagittarius. How are you connecting to source? Even if the situation that you're in right now is not opportune, it's not where you want to be. Are you doing the work to bend to the light? To bend to spirit? Not in a way of like prostrating yourself, but no, instead, that's how you get your strength. That's how you grow. You have pleasure with a close friend. So yeah, like I said, I definitely see the King of Pentacles being you and it being someone else who can help you. You also says, Diamond, you'll be receiving or giving a precious gift. Yeah, because you are the King of Pentacles and you have there's going to be the King of Pentacles coming in for your life as well. And I said that it's something about that cycle of how can I get what I need and you get what you need. There's something about that reciprocity. Karma, reaping what you sown. Reaping what you've sown. What are the seeds that you have in the ground already? The 9 speaks about closing of cycles. And so this person, they have battle scars. Like they like they have this bandage. They have things that there's a story there. There are wounds there. And so what do you already have in the ground? It's time for those things to come up again. Look at what y'all, spirit is so good. Because the last card is flag. Do not be tempted to lower your standards. Kings don't bow. Kings don't bow. Kings don't bow to foolishness. Kings don't bow to whew, if it's beneath you, that's where it should stay, beneath you. No matter what offer comes in for you, choose what you know is going to bring value to your life and is going to help you grow. We reject desperation. We reject desperation. You know what your worth, Sagittarius. And it will come. It will come. Just trust. I hope that that was helpful for y'all. I hope that that was helpful. And we are moving on to Capricorn. We're almost done, y'all. Capricorn. All right. Actually, gonna pull, yeah, this one. All right. Shout out to all the Sagittarians. Shout out to y'all. All right, Spirit, tell me something good about Capricorn. Okay, let's get one more. This one. Okay, Spirit said take both of them. All right, Capricorn. Let's talk about it. You have death. You have 8 of Swords. You have the Moon. You have the 2 of Wands. I can't remember which sign it was now, but I was saying that the beginning of the month might feel kind of tough emotionally. I feel the same for you, Capricorn. What have you been burying that you hoped might never see the light of day? Because what I just saw was like, almost like, I saw 2 people actually. Someone like at night digging a grave or digging a hole and stuffing something inside and trying to like cover it up. Like no one's going to ever find out about this. Spirit says it's time to come out of hiding. And that you have Spirit's attention. It feels like, Capricorn, you might have been burying your own feelings, thoughts, opinions, maybe even parts of your identity, because it was just like out of safety, preservation. And Spirit is saying, I know where you kept the body, if you will. I know where the secrets are, but you can't hide from Spirit. And you can't hide from yourself. But what I just saw is like Spirit is like going to the place where you've buried those parts of yourself and said, now that we're here, it's not that I'm going to expose you. I'm not going to out you. I'm not going to like tell the world what you've put down here. What we're going to do is co-create together. We're going to make this useful. Now that these things are in the ground, that's when they can start to come to life again. Newly. Death, burial becomes your transformation. Whew. And you're going to have to like talk yourself. Capricorn, you're like fighting this. You are really like kicking and screaming. Like, I would just rather just be safe. I don't care about being seen. I'd rather just be safe is what I'm hearing. And the Caps are in the comments yelling at me right now. I love y'all dearly. I do. Whew. But yeah, I feel this one. Y'all are kicking and screaming because it's like, absolutely not. I am not doing that. Because there are other things that are like underneath the surface too. And Spirit is saying you don't have to worry about being found out, right? Like, it's not about being found out, but it is about the journey of transformation and who you're becoming. That's where Spirit is invested. It's who you're becoming. And the thing about who you're becoming, that person actually already exists. That person's already there. That person, though, has been hurt. That person may have been neglected, may have been rejected, may have been talked about, abused, which is what I see in the Eight of Swords. So like, yeah, like trusting that Spirit is like not going to go down there into the grave where you put things that are safe and like force you down in there and keep you there. Yeah, that's a real reality. Trusting that you're actually going to sprout forth again, that you're not actually going to perish during this transformation phase. That's reality. There's real fear here. There's real, what's the word? Like, I almost like can hear someone like hyperventilating. Yeah, like it's almost like when someone like goes underwater, but they weren't prepared. Like if you're dumped and you weren't ready to go, and it's like, like that's what I just heard. And so like Spirit is coming with like a gentle hand to say, look, we're not going to do that stuff. The transformation is going to come. And it's partly because you have already opted in, even though there's fear. Something in you has still opted in. That's why we're here. You wouldn't be listening to this right now if you had not opted in just a little bit. And so Spirit is saying, I'm going to try to make this as easy for you as I can. It's not going to always be easy, but I'm going to try to make it a little easier for you to navigate. Spirit parted the way. You don't have to worry about whether or not you're going to be able to breathe underwater or breathe under the ground. Spirit is saying, I'm still going to have you buried. You still have to go through this process of this death, rebirth, transformation. But even as you're going through like all of the deep emotions and the shadows and hearing, rehearing, dealing with the trauma, excavating all of that stuff, I'm still going to find a way to make it easy. It sounds like y'all need a little ease, Capricorn. So how's this end up? Beautifully, I might add. You have the Two of Wands. The world is your oyster. You are one of my favorite ways to see the death card as I think about family matters And the transformation chamber, when Steve, if you've been following me or you had a reading from me, you probably already know what I'm going to say. But when Steve would go in the transformation chamber, Steve Urkel would come out Stefan Urkel. And Stefan's swagger when he came out, you know, y'all would hear the audience say, ooh, like it was a thing, baby. I loved when Stefan showed up. Even as a little girl, he was fly. He was fly, and he knew he was fly. Capricorn, you're going to have a moment where you're going to be in that transformation chamber for a minute. It's going to be a little dark, but spirit won't leave you. But baby, when you come out, when you come out, it's almost like I just saw like someone like almost like peeking their head out, like, I'm coming out. I'm coming out. I'm just going to try to be real chill about it. I'm going to be real chill. But I feel like as soon as you come out, that audience is going to be like, ooh, ready to hype you up. And then the more you have those people who are seeing you the way you want to be seen, who are seeing the real parts of you and accepting you and loving you and supporting you, that is how you realize, oh, the world really can be my oyster. Oh, I would have never seen this had I never gone through that process. That process sucked a little bit, I'm not going to lie. But the joy of being seen and held for who you really are, that is giving you coming out with all the swagger. You coming out doing your two-step. You coming out looking fly and being fly. There's a process to getting there. The spirit just wants you to trust. And child, you're going to be fly. Let's see what else is coming in for you. All of these? All right. The sun, happiness and well-being. It's going to work out for you. It's going to work out for you. You got the dogs card, getting together with friends. I told you, you're going to have hype people. You're going to have hype people. You're going to have people who are like, yes, we see you. You're going to have people say like, oh my gosh, you have arrived. You're going to have people who have seen you the whole time, see you now in front of other people who are going to be like in the front row of your life. Like, y'all finally see them the way I see them. Y'all finally experiencing them the way that I've always experienced them. Like, that's what's coming for y'all in April. But listen, Spirit is also saying disappointment in friends or lovers. So I feel like what's going to happen too is, like I said, that as you're going through that death and rebirth, that transformation, I do believe that there's going to be a lot of battling the rejections that you've already faced, battling the trauma, the triggers. Like, that's a lot of that's going to come up. A lot of that's I'm talking about in the moon card. And so Spirit is saying like, yeah, like those things are going to come up. It's going to come up. And how are you being supported in that? Whether that's a professional, going to a therapist, if it's accessible to you, going to those friends who already see you and affirm you, whether it's them, whether it is going to your altar, your ancestors, praying, whatever your religious practice is, whether it's going to your own divination tool, whatever that is. Spirit is saying, have some support. Have some support. Because even when in the darkness of a womb, when a baby's in a womb, like the baby's not just floating in there. The baby has an umbilical cord where they are connected to their source. And so what's your connection? Who are you connected to as you go through your own rebirthing process? All right, Capricorn, I hope that was helpful to you. I hope that was helpful, y'all. Ooh. Y'all have to come back and tell me how that worked out for y'all. I'm ready to see y'all step out into y'all Stefan or Kale era. Okay. All right, Aquarius. All right, Aquarius. Let's see. Spirit, tell me something good. Tell me something real good about Aquarius. I love when my friends come through. Shout out to the diviners in the space. All right. Aquarius. Spirit, tell me something good about Aquarius. What's tea? What's tea? Okay. Okay. Give me one more. Just one. This one. All right, Aquarius. You have the Tower. You have the Queen of Cups. And you have the Ace of Wands. Aquarius. I'm laughing, y'all, because one, I hope by now the Tower is not that scary. It can be, but hopefully not. If you're an Aquarius, you can exhale because I don't think this is a scary tower at all. I just heard in my head, the reason why I started laughing was Soulja Boy. Y'all know when Soulja Boy says, "Get out the way, pretty boy coming through." Like, that's what I just heard for Aquarius. Because something about, like, it really feels like this tower feels like the energy of the tower reversed. It feels like Aquarius is enacting the change. It feels like Aquarius is like actually like switching things up in their own lives and probably in their environment, because yeah, this tower is giving oh, I did it. I did that. I kicked this thing over. I pulled the brick out of that. I am the lightning. I am working all of this. I am God in this situation. Yeah, Aquarius, you are God of your life this month, April. And you're doing it because it's a part of the Queen of Cups is here in the center of the spread. You're doing this because it is a way for you to care for yourself. It's a way for you to care for yourself. It also feels like a way that you're making room for yourself. The Queen of Cups tends to be someone who's like very tender, very intuitive, creative. And they're just like a lover. They just, they're like a very mothering. But it feels like you are kicking things out of the way because you are making room for your own comfort. And so, however that looks for you. For some of y'all, this has to do with sexuality and gender expression, because we have the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands gives sex sometimes, and that's kind of what I'm feeling for you. It feels like, again, you making room for like the comfort of you being who you want to be, of you loving who you want to love, of you actually being out loud about it, is what I'm getting. And like the Queen of Cups just kind of nurtures that. So this is about you like nurturing. I love when the astrologers are in the room because they can tell me whether I'm hit or not. Because I'm not an astro girl, I'm a tarot girl. But yeah, like the Queen of Cups is like nurturing that side of you, nurturing this whole y'all do not judge me, but I really just heard something about y'all want to get nasty. Now, ain't nothing nasty about sex unless you like it like that. But it's something about you really just want to do the things. It's giving exploration. Y'all, let's talk about sex, baby. It's really giving kind of that. It's giving that. It's really giving. I really love this for y'all. This is kind of juicy. So y'all really making me giggle because all of the laughing and all of this is like y'all must be picking up what I'm putting down for real. But yeah, I really love this. And like, I also like really just appreciate that it's the Queen of Cups who's here, who's facilitating this. Like, it's not, you would think that when we're talking about sensuality and sex, like we would get like the Queen of Wands, because the Queen of Wands, if we're talking about real hot girl shit, like it would be the Queen of Wands, right? Sometimes even the High Priestess can kind of give that, if you didn't know. But the Queen of Cups is here. And so what I love about the Queen of Cups being here is that this is something, like I said, that you're nurturing. And also it just feels like something that's just very tender to you. So like Aquarius, like if you're going to experience like all of these things, like there's you are wanting, like you're demanding safety in that. Like you're demanding like that you're taken care of. Like, care for me. Like, make sure that I'm good. I'll make sure you're good as long as I'm good. You know, like, and so I really love that. I really love that. I'm trying to see if there's like another story. I just put in an order for some new toys. I'm hollering. Yes, it's really giving. I mean, it says the Ace of Wands. So just look, I'm just reading the cards, y'all. I'm just saying what I'm hearing. But yeah, the Queen of Cups being like watery and being very sensitive, and like it just really is giving like I just heard her focus me, can you focus on me? Like it's kind of giving, baby, can you focus on me? And like it seems like you are doing the work to focus on yourself too. Like focus, it's starting with you. Like the word always starts with you, right? So you are doing the work of starting, like exploring yourself, expressing yourself is what I'm hearing. And then as you do that, it's like the right people in that dynamic who's like giving their consent and they're like feeling your vibe and they're like, yes, I see you as tender and soft. And also like, I want to love you. I want to care for you. I want to do all these things. So Aquarius, like, it's getting real spicy over here. It's getting real spicy. But there's a tenderness about it. Like there's a tenderness about it. And so I just really feel like y'all want to be like held. Like it's funny because I started off by saying y'all are gods and lightning, but like there's a softness that's also like in there as well. Where it's like, yeah, I'm the lightning. Yes, I'm the fire. Yes, I pull all this shit down. And you better like come correct. And you also like, treat me nice. Talk to me nice. For real. For real. Or don't come at all. And so it just feels like a reinvigoration for y'all when it comes to that. I was trying to see if I was going to get something about like jobs or something. I'm sorry, Aquarius, but that's all I got for y'all. Y'all coming into your own, and that feels really good. That feels really good. And it feels really fun. There's a really fun energy. Like I said, the tower is not always what y'all think. It's not always fire and brimstone. Again, unless you're the fire. Ooh, look at that. The torch. But this is speaking about spiritual development, enlightenment, awareness, and understanding. I really think that it does have a lot to do with like that sensuality that's coming forward. You have spiritual love. Yeah, because I feel like that Queen of Cups is there to assist with that. Fule said they had a conversation about this today. Unday said is giving God is worship. Yes. You also have carrot, opportunity, or windfall. So something coming in all of a sudden makes sense with this tower. Again, I feel like the tower is actually kind of you making changes and doing things and saying things. You do also have the Knight, which is talking about unsuccessful plans. So let's investigate. Let's see what the unsuccessful plans. What's the what? What is that? Oh, I ain't even got to pull a card. Okay, this is what Spirit just said. When it comes to unsuccessful plans. So y'all, Aquarius, Spirit is saying, don't be trying to tie yourself to somebody because you think they're going to be a good time. It's going to be a good time. You're going to have some fun and it ain't going to really serve you. Because again, I said that this is expression, you coming into your own and doing the things and having a great time. But the spiritual love is so important. So Spirit is saying, like, know too that the tower is not just you changing things. Do not be surprised if your sneaky link, I hope I said that right. I'm old. I might not have said that right. But if the ones who are like have brought chaos into your life, they if they don't return your call, it's not you. It might just be your protection. It might just be your protection. Yeah, so we're gonna leave it at that. Spirits, I didn't have to pull the card. Spirit showed me that one real quick. All right, bless. It's the way y'all are like, oop, yeah. Well, bless. Uh-oh. Y'all won't believe what I just did. Hold on just a second. Okay. I had zoomed the screen in all the way big and couldn't see nothing but the one comment section. Bless. All right, we're almost done, y'all. What do we have next? I hope that was helpful, Aquarius. Last one. Pisces. What's up, Pisces? Let's get into it.
Pisces is the 12th and final astrological sign in the zodiac. It is a negative.
Okay, Siri. Can't make this up. Cannot make this up. All right. That girl nosy, ain't she? All right. That's what I'm saying. Siri, mind your business. Mind your business. All right. Okay, I see Pisces in the house. Y'all done hung out to the end. I know that's right. All right, Spirit. Did you say the best for last? Let's see, Spirit. What do you have for Pisces? What's coming in good for Pisces? Okay. Okay. And this one, that one. All right, Pisces, you have the 6 of Cups. You have the 7 of Pentacles. And you have the King of Wands. Oh, okay. Y'all are making definite progress, Pisces. Definite progress. Oh, it feels like this feels like a relationship. It feels like it's relationship based because we have the 6 of Cups. It feels like it's for some of y'all it's family. For some of y'all it's family. There seemed to be like there may have been some connections that I'm getting like wires crossed. Like when it comes to like family and like people from your past, maybe wires have been crossed. If you've been feeling like there's someone in your past, maybe a friendship, relationship, it's something like that where things just haven't been like flowing, I see that there's going to be some progress for you. I feel like things are going to change, that the energy is going to shift a little bit. And it feels like it's going to be like, yeah, I just heard like it's going to be like just like old times. For some of y'all, it feels like there may have been like severed relationships. And I just heard let bygones be bygones. Like it feels like y'all, there's like a mending of relationships that's happening for Pisces. For others of you, there is like a dream project or something that you've been working on that's like really near and dear to your heart. Like it's like a passion project. And I see like you being a little frustrated with it because for whatever reason, I just see frustration around that. But I want you to be encouraged because you have the King of Wands. And the King of Wands is super creative. The King of Wands is someone who who thinks outside of the box. They do things that are completely unexpected, and believe it or not, is well received. And so whatever it is that you are working on, Pisces, whatever it is that you're developing, even if that development is like self-development, it's something that's so close to you. It's something that you like, it's like you almost, I feel like almost like you've been like holding your cards close to your chest. Spirit is saying like continue to develop. Like don't feel rushed to get out there and like show the world. Don't feel rushed, because you're going to get to a place where it's time to present, or it's time to come forward, or it's time to speak. And you're going to do it from a place of like confidence. And I see whatever it is that you're working on or thinking about being well received. Let's see what else I got. Spirit is just saying take things step by step, whether this is a relationship, specifically if it's a relationship. If it is something that you're rekindling or you're patching things up with someone, Spirit is saying like take that slow. Just because this might, if it's like a former best friend or like a former lover or family members, whatever it is, that's like the past relationship that's coming back around and y'all are trying to make amends, take it step by step. Don't feel like, okay, yeah, let's just, even though bygones are bygones, that doesn't mean that there's not things that need to be addressed, right? There's not things that need to be healed, discussed. And so Spirit is saying, take things step by step. Don't feel like you have to rush. Make sure you're still holding yourself in tenderly. You have at the bottom of the deck the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands has been hanging out with us all night because there's a lot of newness and new opportunities and things flowing in for us. And for some of you in this particular, like for Pisces, it's a second chance. It's a second chance, Pisces. And so if it is related to work for you or something that you're doing, like you are bursting forth with like this new thing. And it's like a second chance for you to shine. It's a second chance for you to like come out from underneath somebody's shadow, is what I'm getting. Cause like you're a king. You're a king. And so you can stand on your own 2 feet. And you can stand on your own 2 feet. And like I said, it's going to be well received. You've been keeping them you've been keeping it close to your chest. You've been quietly working on this thing, right? You've been quietly thinking about it. You've been for relationships, you've been thinking about that person and wondering, like, should I reach out? And you might be surprised they might reach out to you first. But you're a king. Trying to see if there's anything else that I'm getting for Pisces. I think that's it. Let's get some prediction cards out here. Let's see. Spirit, what else do you have? Whoop. Okay. Camel says, persevere. You will overcome problems. Persevere. All right. Hear me, Pisces. Get ready. Because some of y'all probably didn't even know you were kings. Some of y'all probably didn't even know you had it in you. This spread is low-key giving like, y'all, I love when the cards tell stories because I want y'all to see what I'm seeing. And I'll show you why I'm telling this story. You see how you started by having an elder, this could be family member, mentor, teacher, whoever, giving you these tools, these gifts, right? And now you're trying to figure this out on your own. Okay, yeah, I'm doing my thing. I'm sitting here. But this is really giving like Popper to Prince story. Like, look at how you start as like, I'm frustrated. I'm trying to figure this thing out. I thought I had the tools. I thought I knew what I was doing. You do. You do know what you're doing. You're about to step into your kingship. You do know what you're doing. You just got to keep going. Why did I go through that whole story? Because you have the hat card that says you're going to be playing a different role. You're no longer the child in that 6 of Cups. You're no longer new. You're not new to this. You've been training, you've been preparing. So this feels like it's related to job and work for people. Um, you're about to be playing a different role. You may be turning into the teacher. You may be turning into the mentor. You about to be the boss. You about to be showing people some things. And for some of y'all, if it's related to family, even though you may be the child in the family, you might be the one that the older folks are coming to for wisdom. The role's about to switch. Spirit, give me one more card for Pisces. This one too? Okay. All right. Yep. For some of y'all, it's family. You got the Family Matters card. Seahorse. Talking about family. And I love this because we were just talking about different roles. And y'all know, if you don't know, seahorses, it's the father who bears the children. It's the father who carries the children and births the children. It's different roles. And it's different roles from the way that we see it in a cis hetero world. And I love this because this speaks about you showing up in your dynamic differently from the way in which society expects you to show up. You're different now. You always been different, but now they're going to see it. You got to play a different role. So the only other card that came out is talking about the crack cup, dissatisfaction with life. So Pisces. This is definitely speaking about that Seven of Cups and just like, that frustration. So I want you to remember to persevere because you are so close. In fact, you've already been like positioned for that kingship. You're already in place. You're just waiting for the throne to be vacated so that you can take your seat. So you continue to do the good work that you're doing and watch you lead to your own I was going to say godship. I don't know why y'all all gods, but y'all are all gods of your own lives, evidently. But that's what's coming for you. All right. I hope that was helpful. All right, y'all. That is the end of this live. I hope that it was helpful for y'all. Y'all let me know what y'all thought. Give me some comments. Let me know. Thank y'all for coming. Thank y'all for being here. This has been fun for me. I love doing these monthly reads. Trying to think if there's anything else that I wanted to say. Like the video, give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed the show. This is always so much fun for me. And thank y'all for staying up so late. It's really late on the East Coast. So thank y'all so much. I appreciate all of you for being here. This has meant so much to me. So know that you can always watch the replay if you want all the tea to get all of the other information. Wait for me to put the timestamps. That'll probably come sometime tomorrow, but I thank y'all so much for the opportunity to divine for y'all. Thank y'all for watching Storytelling Tarot. We'll see you next time. Bye.